guys still having fun? Oh, glad. It was a scorcher today, wasn't it? Coming up next to the stage, this guy is a legend in the LA comedy scene. We love him so much. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Vance Sanders. All right, Morrissey, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it for Jonah&Kumail, ladies and gentlemen. This is my interior model right now. Oh my God, I'm following Mark Maron. So that's where I am right now in here. So there you go. My friend Travis is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Here's all the people in the splash zone. How are you guys? Did you get any Mark Maron on you? You guys all right? Okay, here we go. So guys, before we get started, I just want to make sure, is everyone comfortable with my age? Is everyone comfortable with that before we get started? I know I look like the guy that's going to yell at you, clean up your room, or you're why mom's in Canada. I know I look like that guy, but I'm not, because guys, I am, surprise, old. I'm so old I get leg cramps at night. They hurt so bad, I cry like I'm watching the first 10 minutes of Up. Alright? And I cried so much at Up, I left the theater with abs. That's a lot of crying, alright? I had a colonoscopy. It's hard to sound younger saying that. Had a colonoscopy. What about that Daft Punk song? Those don't go together at all. At all, right? Here's what goes together. I just had a colonoscopy and I found the greatest shower chair. Okay, those go together perfectly, alright? So that's why I get so mad when my comedy friends come up here and go, oh my God, I'm going to be 30. I can't believe it. I'm going to be 30. And this is my reaction to that. Boo-hoo, I'm 30. I can run. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, I can still have bell peppers after 7 p.m. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, I still think about sex more than I think about death. Boo-hoo, I'm 30. Boo-hoo. Assholes. I bet you can pick something up off the floor, stand up, and not get vertigo so bad you stumble into a credenza. Right? It's my day, alright? I did this show at a bar, and the bouncer wanted to see my ID. I got ID, and I said, oh my God, have you looked at my neck? Have you looked right here at all? See the part here looks like unfolded origami? Did you see that part? See a little divot here where I keep soap? Did you see that? You see the George Lucas chin hammock where Ewoks nap? Did you see that? Does this melting candle look like Honey Boo Boo at all? Look at it! No, he wanted to see my ID, so I gave the bouncer my ID. He looked at it. When he gave it back to me, he said, not bad, Daddy. Are you calling me a DILF? Because I wish up annihilate her lies like that. Alright, so my mother died about a year ago, and it's alright if that makes you uncomfortable. That's how she'd want you to feel. Alright? I did not do this, but so many of my friends have posted their mom's deaths on Facebook. And I think that's the wrong time to hit like. Just the wrong time, like, click. So sorry, frowny face with a chef's hat. YOLO! You shouldn't put that, alright? So my mom died about a year ago. Her cat outlived her by a year. Cat just died. She's living with the cat's living with my sister in Dallas. My sister's very upset. She told me she would not know why the cat died until after the cat autopsy. I'm not making it up. They're getting a freaking autopsy on this cat. Is there some sort of suspicion of foul play in the death of Catting Tatum? Is there something going on there? Huh? Are they going to host CBS procedural? It's CSI Hello Kitty starring Gary Sinise and Garfield, who says, I hate Mondays and murder. CSI Hello Kitty. All right. If they're doing cat autopsies, that means there's a cat coroner. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to do my impersonation right now of a cat coroner. Curiosity again. I know. So thank you very much. So I have a wife who's a woman who's my wife. Fooled ya. And I have 2 kids. My daughter is 16 years old. 16-year-old daughter. So if you act bored and roll your eyes, I will automatically give you $20. That is my knee-jerk reaction. And my friends keep asking me, oh my God, Vance, it must be so frustrating having a 16-year-old daughter. And I'm like, well, still not as frustrating as having AT&T. That's still worse, by far. Still so much worse, all right? My son is 12. He's a really good kid. He could not wait to see Monsters University. Thought that looked like the greatest movie ever, all right? He went, he hated it, and then hated his friends who liked it. I've never been prouder. Never prouder in my entire life. I've never been prouder, all right? The fact that my son is popular, good at sports, I don't know where that came from. The criticism, that's from Daddy, all right? That's my gift to you, Minnie Ebert, all right? So enjoy your life, little man, finding fault with everything, including yourself. Enjoy being your own Yelp, all right? That is a life, all right? So my son was voted at school most athletic. My son voted most athletic, okay? When I was my son's age, I was voted most likely to be beaten up while drawing a picture of Snoopy, all right? That was this guy's award, all right? So I was just the assistant coach on my son's baseball team. And by that I mean I would run to the snack stand for the kids and then sit in the dugout and tweet. That's what I mean by helping in baseball. The first night, the head coach comes up to me and goes, Vance, just hit some balls to the infield. Just hit them some pop flies, hit them some grounders, just hit some balls to the infield. I'm like, whoa, huge assumption, all right? You want me to throw a ball up in the air with this hand and then hit it with a bat in this hand? I'm not in Cirque du Soleil caw, all right? I'm not going to do it. Okay, here's what happened. I threw the ball up in the air, and then I hit myself with a bat. What? And then as I'm hobbling off to the bench, the kids were laughing because I thought I did it on purpose because I'm a Kevin James movie, you guys. That's what I am to them, all right? So the last game of the season, they are playing the team. They are tied with for first place. And this game is also tied. So there's one more player to go up to decide the fate of the entire season. And that last batter is my son. Oh my God, I have not been this nervous since I taught Sunday school drunk. Oh my God. That's how nervous I was, all right? So my son goes up to bat, strike, ball, ball. It is now full count. It is the final pitch of the season that will determine everything. And I burst into tears. And I don't mean like, kind of like, but I mean like, someone came to me and said, Vance, David Letterman and Cake have died. Oh my God! I'm wailing. I was so distracting. The umpire did not realize the last pitch was a strike, called it a ball, and my son walked to first. I got my son on base with my emotional instability, guys. Top that, A-Rod. All right? That's how that works, all right? Everybody goes crazy. My now son is on first. I couldn't be prouder. Of course, immediately he tries to steal second. Gets thrown out. The game's over. He's crying like his dad. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little dog, da-da-da, the man in the moon. Oh, it could have been better. We spent, my family and I went to Utah to my in-laws this year for summer vacation. Every time I go to Utah, I always forget there's a little bit of time difference, because when it's 8 o'clock here, it's 1991 in Utah, my friends. I never heard so much Hootie and the Blowfish and the Spin Doctors. This is where they are in Utah, guys. Michael Keaton's still Batman in Utah, all right? That's where they are, okay? So since I was on vacation, I finally got to spend some time doing what I enjoy doing most, which is reading obituaries. High five, everybody who likes reading obituaries, all right? I saw the greatest obituary of all times in the local newspaper. This guy, started with his name, Don Stupenschmidt. And then underneath a little subhead that said, I told you I was sick. Boom, ladies and gentlemen. Who got their obituary punched up? Don Stupenschmidt, all right? You know what the hardest laugh is to get? Post-mortem, my friends. This guy is dead and riffing. He wins. That guy, Don Stupenschmidt, takes it all right? So that has changed what I'm going to do with my obituary, because now my obituary is going to say Vance Sanders, and a little subhead will say, does this coffin have Wi-Fi? Boom, ladies and gentlemen, last laugh, all right? So my father-in-law is a great man, and he has dedicated his retirement years to running an after-school program for at-risk kids, which is so noble, all right? And he said, since you guys are they're going to have a talent show for the kids. And he said, we want you guys to judge the talent show. And in fact, Vance, we want you to be the Simon Cowell judge. I'm like, really? I get to say mean things to poor kids? Perfect! I'm going to be the villain in a Charles Dickens novel, all right? Hey, kid, you still carrying a pager? The dead urchin, all right? This is a talent show. This was the first kid's talent. I'm not making this up. This was his talent. Huh. Let me do it for you again. That is not a talent, that is dropping shit, alright? But I had to say something to him, but I didn't want to be too mean, so I said, way to prove gravity's working, Isaac Hayes. I meant to say Isaac Newton, and I said, Isaac Hayes. And nobody corrected me. His shaft made gravity in Utah, alright? Right. So, I had prostate cancer, which is not funny, very serious. Here's some jokes I wrote about it. So on the day my doctor told me I had cancer, like a jackass, I had to tell a joke. So my doctor goes, Vance, I'm so sorry, but you have cancer. And I said, thank God it's not cancer. He gives me this look, and I'm like, hello, I'm telling a joke on finding cancer with irony, alright? He said, that's not very funny. I said, neither is Cancer House. Boom, got him, alright? So he goes on to tell me about the side effects of the surgery, and the main one is impotence. I'm like, oh my God, what if I get the impotence? So, to prove him wrong with a beautiful wife that night, everybody goes on about how great makeup sex is. Guys, it does not compare to a might-be-dying sex. That is the greatest, all right? And for the first time in my marriage, I made love to my wife with my contacts in, because usually I take off my glasses, and Daddy's flying blind. I don't know where to bring this thing down, put her on the runway lights, you know, all right? So usually I am making love to my wife, my contacts in. What a revelation, because for the first time, I could actually see the disappointment. I could see it, guys. Can I top that in romantic nights of my life? Yes, I can. On the most romantic night of my life, on my honeymoon night, in the throes of passion with my beautiful bride, I said this, and I'm underselling this, I whispered this to her. On my wedding night with my beautiful bride, in the throes of passion, I whispered to her, I'm scared all the time. What, Barney Fife? All the time? Holy crap, that is some sexy, sexy, worn beanie, very white pillow talk, alright? Can you imagine my poor wife? Oh my God, I just married the guy that'll never ask the waiter for more bread. I'm so fucked, alright? I'm so fucked. So I'm leaving you with this. There's a book about stand-up comedy by this woman named Judy Carter, and she tells you to be a better, more well-known comedian, you should have a catchphrase that you tell after your jokes that you can put on your t-shirt or your commuter mugs, and you tag your jokes up with that. So you tell your joke and you tag it up with Yahooty or suck it gay wad, like that would be your catchphrase, right? So I'm going to do my joke and then do my catchphrase, so what you think? So my daughter, she left her shoes in the middle of the kitchen. I said, honey, why did you leave your shoes in the middle of the kitchen? She said, I didn't do it, my hands did. I hate myself. Suck it, gay wads. All right. That's my time. Thank you very much. Vance Sanders, everybody. Vance Sanders.